So long as there's meaning behind it and so long as there's purpose behind it. I designed this book to be reverse engineered by the average mind. That means that you should be able to read the question, read the answer, look at the picture, and then arrive at a thought process of how to go backwards through all the information that led me to arriving at that question. So basically, I'm going to take you on a mental journey through all the things that I was thinking about to get to asking that question. And in that process, it teaches you how to think. And it teaches you the process of arriving at questions of that nature. That is invaluable information, because when you learn how to think, then you learn how to apply also. You learn life application to all that knowledge that's swimming around your heads. People have complained to me for a long time. I have all this knowledge. I just don't know what to do with it. I can't come up with my big idea. Where did you get this idea? You're so creative and this and that. I'm creative because I work my ass off to be creative. I know stuff because I work my ass off to learn stuff. To build up from nothing is an extraordinary feat. Then I looked around the world, like, who's respect worthy? And that's how I trained myself to be who I am. You know, you get to deliberately choose who you are. And that thought process, that's the how-to. You learn how to. And then you learn how to reverse engineer how to. Going through that process, when you learn how to apply knowledge into real life stuff, how to build a business with the information that you already know. You know, what's the first step? People have a hard time taking the first step, and people have a hard time getting from the first step to the second step. Something between point A and point B. I don't know if the second step is as far away as they think it is. It's just that what they see as step B is actually step XYZ. So they miss the rest of the alphabet because they're not looking at it step by step. They're taking too giant a leap and then they can't see what's in between. Well, if you have two stones and you're trying to hop from one to the other, when those two things are too far apart, you are not going to make your mark. You're going to fall into the river. So that means that you need to have your next step close enough that it's within reach, even if it's a leap. Some people are really good at leaping, you know, so it doesn't have to be like right in front of you. You could leap to it. That means that you get to skip a few steps in between. So that's actually a good thing if you learn how to leap, so long as your leaps aren't too far apart. And it doesn't get too dangerous, right? You got to watch out to make sure there's no moss on that rock. Otherwise, you're going to slip off even if you land there. People, they have collected years of education, years of life experience. They have the information within them. They have what they need inside of them. They just don't know how to apply it. So it's not that people aren't smart. It's not that they're not capable. They are. They just don't know what to do next. And this book, in theory, if I did it right, in theory, this is what it's supposed to teach you. You know, it informs you about consciousness. It opens your mind to new ideas and new possibilities. But in that process, it also teaches you how to reverse engineer the question. And as you look at the pictures are guiding. And if you analyze them, the longer you study their directionality, their shapes. I tried to make it as easy as possible, and I incorporated color, but in a very minimal way, so that it's not a distraction. This way, when you're just looking at black and white images, you're not distracted by color, and then you're really focused on shapes and why this image versus something else. What does it mean? Once you start to analyze all that sort of stuff, you're actually teaching yourself just through your own thought process of how to think and what to look for and what questions to ask. And this way you're going to learn what to edit out and what is important enough to keep. And that's the information that's going to ultimately help you arrive at your big idea. That's the information that you need to generally weed out all the garbage in your head and keep all the, extraordinary information that you need to create your big idea and to live your dream and to do all that kind of stuff. So this book is really designed with tremendous purpose beyond itself. The beauty of this book is that it plants enough of a seed in your mind that when you go to work, this is stuff that you could do in the background of your mind. So essentially, this is the stuff that they're seeds that are planted in your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind, if you care about this, will continue to think about it as you do other tasks. So this is kind of an extraordinary book, if you ask me, because it's guiding you through that whole process, and it's giving you control, and it's buying you more time. So I don't know how much more value I could put on your table. You know what I mean? But I'm sure that there's going to be somebody who bitches about the price of the book.